Good afternoon, Rishika, Ira, Narayan. Join fast, children. Good afternoon, all of you. Okay, so our topic lesson traders, kings, and pilgrims. So we have already finished this two part, that is traders. Already we came to know that different traders, they are coming in the Indian subcontinent, and they were choosing the Silk Route, means the invention of Silk Route for trading. Okay, kings, that also, that in that post-Mauryan period. So in the southern part, most of the kingdom emerged in the coastal, near the coastal area. Then northwest area, that also we have seen. Now the next part, third part, that is pilgrims. Now first we should know about the pilgrims. Now pilgrims means what? And today's topic our, that is subtopic, subtopic is the quest of the pilgrims. The quest of the pilgrim. This is the subtopic. This is only we are going to learn today. We will discuss about this, the quest of the pilgrims. Now, before going to start, we should know about the pilgrims. Now, pilgrims means what? Okay, pilgrims means what? That first we will know. Who were these pilgrims? In that post-Mauryan period, who were that pilgrims? That first we should know. So the pilgrims are men and women who undertake journey to holy places in order to offer worship. Okay, pilgrim means what? The definition of pilgrims means men or women who undertake journeys to holy places in order to offer worship. So in Hindi, in a simple word, we can say that is तीर्थ यात्री. जो तीर्थ यात्री जो होते हैं, that is only known as a pilgrims. Now the question is, from this topic, what is the relate? We can say the relation between traders, kings, and pilgrims. इस topic में क्या relation है और why we are go to learn about the pilgrims. Actually, why this is also very important, because see, we know that post-Mauryan period or before also already this Buddhist religion already flourished है ना. Buddhist religion जो है वो flourished हो चुका था Indian. और नॉट ओनली इन इंडिया, अदर पार्ट्स ऑफ द कंट्री ऑल्सो। हमने प्रीवियस चैप्टर टॉपिक में हमने कल जो हमने पढ़ा था स्प्रेड ऑफ बुद्धिज्म, इसमें हमने देखा था टू टाइप्स ऑफ बुद्धिज्म, दैट इज महायाना बुद्धिज्म एंड थेरेवाड़ा बुद्धिज्म। So which countries they were usually following the Theravada Buddhism, that is Sri Lanka, Indonesia, Thailand. They were using Theravada, believing on a Theravada Buddhism, and that Mahayana Buddhism, that is China, Japan, Korea, ये Mahayana Buddhism. So Buddhism जो है ये already flourished हो चुका है, ठीक है, सभी parts of it। तब क्वेस्ट ऑफ द पिलग्रिम्स, उनकी पिलग्रिम्स जो थे, जो तीर्थ यात्री थे, उनकी भी कुछ इच्छाएं थी। जैसे टेक द एग्जांपल, वी सपोज अ हिंदू, व्हाट वी यूज्ड टू डू, वी आर गोइंग वैष्णो देवी, व्हाई? बिकॉज दैट इज अ होली प्लेस, जस्ट टू ऑफर आवर ऑफरिंग्स, अ प्रेयर टू द वैष्णो देवी माँ को हम ऑफर करने जाते हैं। और वी कैन से केदारनाथ, बद्रीनाथ, ओके, द्वारका। सो हर एक प्लेस में जो है हिंदूज के जो गॉड्स गॉडेस होते हैं, वृंदावन जो कृष्ण के जन्म जो है, हम क्यों जाते हैं? जस्ट वी आर वेरी मच eager टू नो अबाउट दैट कि कृष्ण ने जो जगह में जन्म लिया था वो जगह कैसे होगा, क्या है, कैसा है, ये क्वेस्ट, दिस आर द क्वेस्ट, इसी को बोलना जाते हैं क्वेस्ट, ठीक है। उसी तरह चाइनीज पीपल जो है वो भी इंडिया में आना चाहते थे, व्हाई? बिकॉज दे वर बिलीविंग ऑन बुद्धिज्म, बुद्धिज्म को वो मानते थे। तो ऑब्वियसली वो जब विजिट करेंगे, यहाँ पर आएंगे एज अ पिलग्रिम्स, तो क्या कि वो जानना चाहते हैं कि हम बुद्धिज्म को बिलीव करते हैं, तो बुद्धा, गौतम बुद्धा जो है जहां उनको एनलाइटनमेंट मिला था, एनलाइटन हुए थे, वो गया, वो जगह कैसे है, कैसे वो प्रेयर करते, उनका वो उनके बारे में जो है वो नॉलेज लेना चाहते हैं। And that's why most of the pilgrimage they used to come to India to know about that. जैसे मुस्लिम्स अगर है तो वो मक्का मदीना जाते हैं, सिख अगर होंगे तो वो अमृतसर जाते हैं अपने। एवरी रिलीजन जो है वो अलग अलग उस पे वो जाते हैं, जस्ट टू ऑफर प्रेयर, टू नो अबाउट दैट। Okay, so this is only the first of the pilgrimage. The now definition and everything, I hope you understand. Now, as the traders journey to distant lands in a caravans, ships, pilgrims often travel with them. Okay, why? Because this pilgrimage, they are not having that much of money. वो इतने उनके पास इतने मनी नहीं होते थे, पुअर होते थे। पिलग्रिमेज है, वो सिर्फ हॉली प्लेसेस में घूमना चाहते हैं, लंदन, तो वो क्या करते थे? वो ये ट्रेडर्स को चूज करते थे, बिकॉज यूजुअली ट्रेडर्स जो है वो या तो वो शिप से जाएंगे या कारवेन से जाएंगे, तो वो उनको उनके साथ में वो भी निकल जाते थे कि हम उनके साथ साथ चलेंगे और वो जगह में हम पहुंच जाएंगे। So that's why it is written there, as the traders journey to distant lands in caravans and ships, pilgrims often travel with them. Pilgrims भी उनके साथ travel करना हमेशा, वो most of the time they also traveled. Okay. Now, the best known of these are the Chinese Buddhist pilgrims are. Now, just I told the Chinese pilgrims, they want to visit in Indian subcontinent. Why? Because they want to know about Buddha, the place where he got the enlightened. वो जहां उनको एनलाइटन हुए थे, वो जो एनलाइटमेंट उनको मिला था, गया, उस जगह में वो विजिट करना चाहते हैं। और जितना नॉलेज जो है उनके बारे में अबाउट बुद्धा वो कलेक्ट करना चाहते थे, इवन स्टैचूज, बुक्स, ये सारे चीज जो है वो जाना। एंड दैट्स व्हाई चाइनीज पिलग्रिम्स they were usually visiting the Indian subcontinent. Okay. अब जो चाइनीज पिलग्रिम्स जो उस टाइम पे आए थे, बहुत सारे ऐसे पिलग्रिमेज आए थे, बट आउट ऑफ दैट 3 pilgrimage, because their account, the historians, they got their accounts, उनके पास उनके accounts थे, that's why this 3 name they mentioned. 3 pilgrimage, Chinese pilgrimage, it is their name mentioned in the book. First is Fayan. Okay, it's very difficult to pronounce. Okay, very difficult to pronounce. Here, Fayan, फायन जो थे वो कब विजिट किए थे? Fayan visited, who came to the subcontinent about 1600 years ago. When he visited nearly 1600 years ago, and at that time, which rulers was there? The time period. That time period was Gupta time period. Means Gupta dynasty के जो time period था, उस time पे means past में. I am talking about the past. At that time, far young, he visited nearly around 1600 years, and at that time, Gupta dynasty means Gupta dynasty was there. Okay, Gupta उनका rulers चल रहा था, ruling time period. Gupta time period. Then the next one is Xuanzang. Next one is Xuanzang. And when he visited Indian subcontinent, who came around 1400 years ago. He came around 1400 years ago. Xuanzang, this is Fayan, this one is Xuanzang. Fayan came 1600 years ago, and that time period was Gupta time period was there. Okay, Xuanzang 1400 years ago, and this here at that time Harshvardhana's time period was there. See about Gupta dynasty, about Harshvardhana. This about all this dynasty we will talk about in the next chapter, है ना? Next lesson के time में हम लोग इनके बारे में पढ़ेंगे about Gupta and Harshvardhana. So at that time, whose time period was there here in Indian subcontinent? Harshvardhana का time period चल रहा था. Okay. Then the last one is, I think, it's very difficult to pronounce all this. I think, who came about 50 years after Xuanzang. Means Xuanzang जब visit किए थे, उसके 50 years, after 50 years, he visited. Okay, I will. After 50 years. इसके 50 years के बाद Xuanzang के जब 1400 years ago Xuanzang visit किए थे, उसके 50 years के बाद जो है I think जो है ये visit किए थे Indian subcontinent में. Okay, so they came to visit places associated with the life of the Buddha as well as famous monastery. As I told earlier also, why this Buddhist means pilgrimage जो थे वो Chinese pilgrimage, we can say as a Chinese pilgrim. Why they were visited? Because they want to know about Buddha. Okay, why? Because they want to know about Buddha. So they came to visit places associated with the Buddha, the life of the Buddha, as well as famous monasteries. Monasteries means you know very well, Buddhist monasteries होते हैं जहाँ पर जो है Buddhist monk जो होते थे वो वहाँ रहते थे. ऐसे इंडिया में बोलो, नेपाल बोलो, इस एरिया में आपको बहुत सारे जो नॉर्थ ईस्ट उस साइड में भी आपको बहुत सारे ऐसे बुद्धिस्ट मॉनेस्ट्रीज जो है देखने के लिए मिलेंगे. ओके, जहां पर बुद्धिस्ट मॉन्क्स जो होते हैं वो वहां पर रुकते थे. तो Chinese pilgrims, they visited because they want to know about Buddha and the monasteries, about the monasteries. Now, pilgrims, they left an account of their journey. Now, very interesting is that जब हम कभी कहीं visit करते हैं, when we are going some tourist places, usually this is the good habit actually, कि जब हम कभी कोई जगह टूरिस्ट प्लेसेस में हम जब विजिट करते हैं, what we used to do, we are noting down, एक डायरी मेंटेन करते हैं और वो डायरी में हम डेट वाइज everything we are writing, है ना, उसको नोट डाउन करें. दिस इज वेरी गुड हैबिट, है ना. तो सिमिलरली दिस चाइनीज पिलग्रिम्स व्हाट दे यूज्ड टू डू, वो भी जो है जब इंडिया में विजिट किया है तो उन्होंने इंडिया में जो चीज उन्होंने देखा है अबाउट बुद्धा के बारे में, बुद्धा से रिलेटेड जो भी चीज और इंडियन कल्चर, एवरीथिंग दे हैव नोटेड डाउन. उन्होंने एक अकाउंट, जैसे आज हम लोग ये पढ़ रहे हैं कि ये विजिट किए, ये हुआ, हाउ, बिकॉज ऑफ दे ओनली, इन्होंने वो नोट करके रखे थे, बोल के उनका वो अकाउंट था. दैट्स व्हाई वी आर एबल टू लर्न ऑल दिस थिंग. उन्होंने उस टाइम पीरियड में लिखा था सब चीज, तो इसीलिए आज हमको वो पढ़ने के लिए मिल रहा है. ओके, सो दे रोट दैट. अच्छा, वन मोर थिंग इट इज देयर कि इट्स नॉट वेरी इजी, है ना. जिस रूट से वो आते थे, इट्स नॉट वेरी, बिकॉज एट दैट टाइम नो एरोप्लेन एंड ऑल दिस थिंग वाज देयर. So either they have to come sea route, or they, if they are coming by caravans, then they have to cross many mountains, desert. So the routes were very dangerous. ना वो routes इतना easy नहीं होता था उस time period में. ऐसे उनको बहुत सारे routes जो है वो cross करने पड़ते थे. So they wrote of the dangers they encountered on their travel, which often took years, of the countries and the monasteries that they visited, and the books they carried back with them. तो वो जो उन्होंने जो उनका एक्सपीरियंस, whatever they experienced, they have written everything. This was very means a wonderful experience, but their travel is very dangerous also. They have crossed many countries, monasteries, they visited monasteries, then they carried some books. बुद्धा के जो books है वो भी उन्होंने अपने साथ में जो है लिए हैं उन्होंने. Then statues of the बुद्धास, बुद्धा के statues made up of gold, ठीक है, गोल्ड से बने हुए, सिल्वर से, इवन दो सैंडलवुड से जो बने हुए. over 1600 manuscripts loaded on the back of 20 horses, because they came which route, through caravans, है ना. उन्होंने इंडियन सब कॉन्टिनेंट में जो विजिट किए वो कैसे विजिट किए, थ्रू caravans. और वो किसका रहता था वो caravans, ट्रेडर्स. जब ट्रेडर्स अपने ट्रेडिंग मतलब सेल करने के लिए वो आते थे, उनके साथ ये पिलग्रिम्स जो है वो विजिट करते थे. और जब वो ट्रेडर्स वापस जाते थे, उसी तरह ये भी उनके साथ वापस जाते थे. बट व्हाइल गोइंग बैक दे वर कैरिंग लॉट ऑफ थिंग्स, बुक्स, बुद्धा के जितने भी बुक्स थे उनसे रिलेटेड बुक्स लेके जाते थे. बुद्धा के स्टैचूज मेड अप ऑफ सिल्वर, गोल्ड, सैंडलवुड, okay, manuscripts, 600 more than this manuscript. Then on the back of 20 horses, over 50 manuscripts were lost when the boat on which he was crossing the Indus capsized. Now एक ही रूट तो नहीं होता था, then they have to move by ship also. So ऐसे 600 में से उनका 50 manuscript जो है वो क्या हो गया, lost. वो उनका लॉस्ट हो गया था. कैसे, क्योंकि वो रिवर जब वो क्रॉस कर रहे थे. He spent the rest of his life translating the remaining manuscript from Sanskrit into Chinese. See, the very interesting it is that कि वो Chinese pilgrim, they visited Indian subcontinent, because in Indian subcontinent everything it was written in a big Sanskrit. But this, all this pilgrimage, there means after that what they have done, they translate all this thing from Sanskrit to Chinese language, because whatever they have learned, so that thing they want to share with their people and with the Chinese, other Chinese people. So that's why they have translated into Chinese. संस्कृत से उसको उन्होंने क्या किया, ट्रांसलेट किया. किसमें, अपने लैंग्वेज में उसको उन्होंने ट्रांसलेट किया. So this is also a tough, very tough manuscript. You know very well, manuscript always it was written on the palm leaf. Manuscript जो होता है वो palm leaf में लिखा होता है. So it was very difficult to read also and to translate also. क्योंकि sometimes their leaves become yellow, sometimes insects damage that all this thing. So it's a very difficult and it's a long process also. तो उनको कई साल उनके मतलब वो दिया हुआ है कि ट्रांसलेटिंग द रिमेनिंग मैन्युस्क्रिप्ट फ्रॉम spend the rest of his life. All these Chinese pilgrims, they spend their rest of their life by translating the manuscript from Sanskrit into the Chinese. Here one another story it is given there. This see all this thing what this Chinese pilgrim they visited and everything they have written. ओके उन्होंने सब एक बुक में लिख के रखे बोल के आज हमको मिल रहा है. तो और एक स्टोरीज जो है वो दिया हुआ है कि हाउ फायान रिटर्न टू चाइना कि फायान व्हेन ही विजिटेड the Indian subcontinent afterwards when he was returned. So the journey that also he has written in a book. Fayan began his journey back home from Bengal. अब वो गया से क्योंकि गया में जो है मेन जो है वो कहाँ वहाँ बुद्धिस्ट का जो है क्योंकि गया एक प्लेस है जहाँ बिहार में जो हम बोलते वहां से उनको क्या मिला था गौतम बुद्ध एनलाइटमेंट उनको एनलाइटमेंट मिला था. सो वहां से वो कहाँ गए बंगाल शिप से उनको जाना है ना तो वो गए बंगाल. ही बोर्डेड अ शिप बिलोंगिंग टू द सम मर्चेंट अपना सब चीज जो मर्चेंट एज यूजुअल they were always they are taking help on the merchant whenever the merchant will move along with them they were also moving. So they had barely traveled for 2 days when they were caught in a storm. 2 दिन ही हुआ नहीं था क्या storm एक attack किया. So merchant began throwing their merchandise overload board so as to lighten the load and save the ship from sinking. Fire threw away his mercury means जितने भी उसके belongings थे personal belongings but clung to his book and the statues of Buddha that he had collected. Finally, the storm subsided after 13 days. This is how he described the sea. About sea, he described that everything because storm उस टाइम में इतने बड़े storm वाले ship तो होते नहीं थे, तो उनको storm वो कर दिया, catch किया, तो merchant जो थे उन्होंने सब अपना belong वो throw करने लगे थे, उसको light करने के लिए. But this pilgrimage, what he has done? He has thrown his belongings. उन्होंने अपना belongings जो है वो throw कर दिए. But Buddha's book and statues वो अपने साथ में उन्होंने रखा. And after 13 days storm continuously वो storm उनको मतलब परेशान कर रहा था. The sea itself is a boundless in extent. It is impossible to know east or west except by observing the sun, moon, stars in their motion. If it is a dark, rainy weather, the only plan is to steer by the wind. So it took him more than 90 days to reach Java, where he halted for 5 months before boarding another merchant ship that took him to China. So see the long journey. और वो क्या किया उन्होंने? Boundless, because to move by ship it's not very easy because they were not knowing at that time the direction and this. तो sun moon के उससे stars उनसे उनको idea होता था कि उस किस direction में वो move कर रहे थे. कभी-कभी ship भी जो wind जिस direction से आते थे उस direction में. So anyhow the ship reached to the Java. There he took a halt. वहां पर उसने कुछ दिनों तक halt किया. और then afterwards again another ship means merchant ने जो another ship लिया उसके साथ वो फिर से and then afterwards he reached to the China. So this is how that experience they have shared with all this pilgrimage they visited to Indian subcontinent just because they want to know about the Buddha and they want to carry the books and statues and everything, and that same message they want to spread in their countries also. So, and how we came to know, because they have written everything, written account was there, their account was there, उन्होंने सब चीज नोट करके रखा था जिसके वजह से जो है आज हम लोगों को ये चीज पढ़ने के लिए मिल रहा है. Another story, it was given there, Nalanda, unique center of Buddhist learning. Nalanda जो एक one university was there before also I told you, and that university was famous in that time period because more Buddhist जो रिलीजन उनके बारे में वहां पर लर्निंग बहुत अच्छे से होता था. So that next time we will Monday we will discuss. Okay, so this is how the quest, the question is the quest of the pilgrimage, because the question is what, just they want to know about the Buddhist, and they came India. Okay, they carry all these things and then return back to their country. Okay, so thank you all of you. Have a good day and read the textbook, very important. Read the textbook means, see, NCERT textbook reading means it's not, you have to understand and read. While reading, very carefully you have to read. Most of the questions you know very well कि ये जो box में जो दिए रहते हैं ना, उसमें से ही questions आते हैं. So while reading also take pencils and underline all the important points. Okay, so thank you all of you.